Lakshman, under orders from Rama, brought Sita to a jungle. Nearby was the ashram of Maharishi Valmiki. Lakshman told her, Maharishi Valmiki is a close friend of my father, the late King Dashratha. You may seek his protection and spend your time happily. You can perform the holy rituals, meditate and think of Sri Ram. In that alone lies your well-being. Writes Valmiki, listening to Lakshmana's unwelcome words, Sita fell unconscious. I have included a Pahari painting showing Sita lying unconscious, surrounded by birds and other animals. Later, coming to her senses, speaking humbly to Lakshmana, Janki said, Lakshmana, it seems that the Creator has given me birth only to make me suffer. What a reality! The entire Ramayana is the story of the suffering of Sita. Sita said, I face a mountain of sorrows. What sin had I committed in an earlier birth? Or whom did I seduce away from his wife that the king has deserted me, even after I proved my devotion to him in a fiery ordeal? Saumitra, earlier I preferred to live in a forest with all its inconvenience and discomfort so that I could stay with Sri Ram. How shall I spend my time alone in an ashram, away from those whom I love? With whom shall I share my suffering? What fault of mine shall I tell the Munis if they ask me the reason why Sri Ram has banished me? Saumitra, I would have drowned myself in the Ganga at this very moment. However, I cannot do so because that will bring to an end my husband's dynasty. You obey the king's orders. I will be here to suffer alone. When you return on my behalf, bow at the feet of all my mothers and the king's feet and inquire after their well-being. Carry this message from me, said Sita. Raghava, you are aware that Sita is chaste and that she always thinks of you and you alone. You know that she loves you immensely and is devoted to you. O warrior, I consider it to be my duty as well to ward off the calumny because of which you have given me up. I am the root cause of these insulting comments, of this misinformation. My salvation ultimately lies in you. Lakshmana, tell the Maharaja that he must follow his dharma and stay alert of his enemies. He must treat his praja as affectionately as he treats his brothers. Rajan, the punya you will gather by doing your duty to your citizens is your most desirable dharma, your most prized possession, and a source of your glory. As for me, I am least concerned about my bodily comforts. Raghunandan, lead a life where you can avoid this kind of calumny. For a woman, her husband is her devata, the closest of relations, and a guru. That is why in particular she must do what is good for him, even if she has to lay down her life. Lakshmana, before you depart, learn that I hold in my body your king's progeny. I bear his seed. I am pregnant. An unhappy Lakshmana could hardly utter a word. He bowed to her and, weeping, he went around her in parikrama. He worshipped her. He bowed to Videhi, and getting into the boat, he ordered the boatman to row him to the other side. Reaching the northern bank of Ganga, Lakshmana, still in a stupor, ascended his chariot. Repeatedly he turned back to look at the weeping Sita, who was rolling on the ground like an orphan. Looking at Lakshmana and his chariot receding into the distance, Sita was upset. Intense grief enveloped her as soon as she lost sight of the chariot. She could not see anyone who could protect her. The venerable queen, who was pregnant with a king's child, crushed by a mountain of sorrow, sat weeping loudly in the forest, resounding with the cries of peacocks. Returning home, Lakshmana approached Rama, who sat on his throne, his eyes full of tears. Lakshmana fell at his brother's feet and said, Maharaja, following your commands, I have returned to serve you after leaving Janaka's chaste and venerable daughter close to the Valmiki ashram. O lion among men, do not sorrow. It was destined to be so. Wise and high-minded men like you, do not grieve over such happenings. In this world, all attainments are ultimately lost. Whatever rises comes down in the end. Every union ends in separation and life in death. Great men like you do not lose their equilibrium under any such circumstances. My master, be firm and courageous, calm and strong. Control your thoughts and do not grieve. Rama smiled as a token of gratitude for his brother's words and said, Soumya, listening to you, I am relieved of my sorrow. Your thoughtful words have restored my peace of mind. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.